James.
Was good, Millie. How you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Antoinette, how are you?
I'm well. How are you, James?
I'm well. So let's just get right to the chase. And I hope I'm not being too aggressive, okay?
You're fine. Go ahead.
Like I listened to everything you said, and you hit all the points that people criticize a lot of women about. You know what I mean? That's why inside the chat you hear them saying, "Stop the cap."
Okay.
So me, I'm all about honesty. What are you really looking for?
That is truly what I'm really looking for. I
Hmm.
think what I have come to realize is that because I feel that because of a lot of men don't have the space to be super vulnerable, that
Hmm.
when they meet someone who encourages that and makes space for that, they're not in practice of it.
Hmm.
And so it doesn't happen. It's like it's not second nature, and so it's a lot more work than it is anything else.
Hmm.
And I think within that as well, specifically for myself, um, my male friends have told me that the reason why I'm probably single is because I require people to do a lot of self work, and not everybody wants to do that.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean what I say. I say that's what I'm looking for. So yeah, I think it's interesting though that when I say that, people I'm usually met with, all right, yeah, that's cat, that's that. But I'm like, I think most people are looking for that. We just aren't brave enough to really do it with somebody.
You're right. Commitment and loyalty is like kind of scarce today. You know what I'm saying? Because
Commitment, loyalty, and vulnerability, and like knowing yourself and being there for your partner is
when
is
you when you say vulnerability, I believe when it comes to a lot of men, right? Today's female are very like aggressive and assertive, and they have a lot of masculine traits. So and when men see when women see a man being like vulnerable, they kind of get turned off, if you will. Does that make sense?
I some women, I don't think all women, um I don't think that's the case at all. I think that the women that are maybe have certain platforms
Hmm.
that are showcased more, that might be the narrative, because that's and it's unfortunate because most of the women that I know are really interested in having that level of honesty and care with their partner. And vulnerability isn't just, to me anyway, vulnerability isn't just about like, oh, talk when you're sad. It's like I want to see
Hmm.
really, I want to see you frolic. I want to see you like have a full human experience and like be comfortable doing that. Like there's so many people who like don't even fully smile because they got it hard all the time. And that I just can't. That's me trying to fit my arms around a wall, and you can't.
You're so right. But I'm from New York, like, and
I'm in New York.
I'm from the Bronx, you know. Okay, so I know New York really, really well. I don't live in New York anymore. You know what I mean? I live near Massachusetts.
Okay.
But I come to New York. I go to New York almost every month. I was just there for my Labor Day cookout. And the reason why I use that, or I'm explaining that to you, because I know how aggressive and assertive, especially men and females in New York are. You know what I mean? And you're not the norm. You're I can't. How should I say? You're a breath of fresh air when it comes to thinking that you're in New York, but you're in your feminine energy. You're extremely beautiful, and it's like, what is it? Why haven't you been locked down yet? Because typically New York men, they will be with you forever. They might not be as faithful and committed, but they would be with you forever. So you're being selective. True or false?
I'm being desired. I'm not being loved with intention. I'll say that. There's a lot of people that want to get next to me,
Hmm.
but they don't necessarily want to like be intentional with me. And that I'm like, I'm good. I'm
I,
good.
I hear you.
Does that make sense? the difference between like desire, being wanted and being like desired?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think you're, like I said, you're a very dynamic female, and I can see you having and we having a lot of fun. If you're interested, just let me know. You know what I mean? I can send my information and we'll go from there. How's that? I'll let you keep going on, see if there's any.
Okay, you could do that. I'm sure it's somehow my Instagram is somewhere, right?
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Okay,
All
sure.
right.
It was thank you, James.
Thank you. You have a good evening.
You too.
Good night, James.
Good night.
All right. Did you like him?
I think it's so funny when men keep saying female. It's so New York, but it's also like, bro, you killing me. He was fine. He's fine. I don't know nothing about him to like him. But I think that, yeah, he has a specific experience with women, which is fortunate. So, yeah.